Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, God, I think I fixed it. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Why can't I see the chat? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So I can see and hear yous. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $5. I can see and hear you. You can see and hear me. But now I got to figure out why I can't see the chat down here like I usually can. Which makes me upsetty spaghetti. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hey there. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the money. Oh, God. Thank you for becoming a loyalist. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No King's Day. Welcome to No King's Day. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, here's what I'm going to do in terms of the chat. I might just connect it to humidity. Maybe I can do that. What is this? This view, that view. One of these views is correct. This one? Nah, I still can't see it down there. That's okay. It's okay. But what I can do is I got Ovi on it. The Ovster. Yeah, dude. Some fucking freak-ass MAGA terrorist assassinated two Minnesota Democrat leaders. Yeah, we need a new computer. You guys have no idea how much I was fucking tweaking out there. I was tweaking out. Full hyper-level freak tweakage. You got no idea. You got no ideas. Here's what I'll do. Edit. Monetization. All right. Title. The title of this stream is going to be Trump's Birthday Parade. And then World War III just started. Thumbnail. Yeah, so I had to change a whole bunch of shit for this to work. For this stream to work. I don't know why everything fucking hit the fan, but it did. It did. For some fucking crazy ass reason. Of course it did. On the big day. On the big day, mind you. Parade didn't happen yet? No, it's going to start soon. I got to make sure that I can pull up the chat a little bit. You spent time yelling in a crowd for me? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Let's see if I can pull up condensation and then pull that down to my bottom screen, and then maybe I could see the chat if I do it like that. We'll go to YouTube. We'll go to I need the link to the stream. How do I find the stream link? It's not the stream URL, right? No, that ain't it. Do I pull it up on my own? Maybe I do. Stop making fun of me, guys. All right? For the love of Christ. Don't make fun of me. All right? For the love of Christ. Oh, I accidentally started my own stream. That's scary. Copy. I don't like that. Paste. Connect. Fire hose view. I don't know why the fuck this shit sucks so much today. All right, there we go. I think we're good now. I think I'm good. Let it be known that I'm Chris's savior. Avi, you're such a savior that I'm using fucking condensation and pulling it down to my bottom screen right now. And that is going to operate as my chat for now. All right? That is going to operate as my chat. Alrighty. Now let's pull up a new tab here. Pull it up to this screen. And I think we have a stream, folks. I think we have a stream. And now I can see the chat. And I can squeeze it over to the right side of my screen. Right where I want it. Wow. Condensation coming in clutch here, folks. Condensation coming in clutch, if I do say so myself. If I do say so myself. There we go. All right, now I'm fat and happy. Now I'm fat and happy. Now I'm fat and happy. Go fog yourself. You're not more tech savvy than me. This is incredibly complex shit, streaming, okay? It ain't easy, all right? It ain't easy. It is not easy, and you would think that it is because you don't know how hard it is. All right, Jack. All right, go fuck yourself. Bro, I don't see, like, any of it. What the fuck is going on, bro? All right, let's get to it, motherfuckers, because I can't see anything that's happening on my screen, but I'm assuming there are donos coming in, or I'm being raided, or something is going on, because it's time for the military parade. It's time for the Milli Vanilli. Ladies and gentlemen, hi, how are you? I'm Chris Valenti. I'm a stupid jackass douchebag from New York. And today, it is King Dolan's birthday. And as you know, in the United States of America, we throw authoritarian birthday parties for our dictators. We're not like the rest of you authoritarian regimes. We're better. We're quicker. We got more tanks. We got more guns. We got more Mexicans. We are the land of the free, the home of the Dolan, King of Kings. Let's go to war! Oh, God. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? I'm gonna shit. Bro, am I gonna get copyrighted for this music? Does anybody know? Avi, you here? Can Chris see us? I can
in
see
the
you.
fires of revolution, tested on today's front lines of freedom. Before there was a nation, there was the United States Army. From the hallowed ground of Yorktown's first stand to the unwavering readiness at Fort Bragg today, and onward to West Point's
Is this gonna be
next
4
generation
hours
of
long?
leaders. For 250 years, one force has stood ready.
I'm turning it up. I turned it up.
Unshaken, unmatched, unbreakable. And today, the legacy rolls on. This is the United States Army's 250th anniversary parade.
How's the split? How's the audio split? The video and me. Are we good? The audio, the video and me. Good split? This can't be copyrighted, right? This can't possibly be copyrighted, right? Cannot! Why do you have 1 million streams upcoming? Because I have no idea what it is.
Joining us, the Secretary of the Army. Please welcome the Honorable Daniel P. Driscoll.
How do I fucking delete upcoming streams?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Secretary of Defense, the Honorable Pete Hegseth.
Oh, go fuck yourself. It's the alcoholic in chief. Everybody salute the alcoholic in chief. Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance, accompanied by the Second Lady of the United States, Alicia Vance.
I got
and their
chat
three
up.
children.
I just got to figure out how to delete upcoming streams. You've inspired me a lot. Please stay chill. Thanks, brother. Chill roots. Oh my God, JD's son is horrified. This kid is horrified. You scared of the radical left? Boy! You scared of the working class? Don't worry, folks. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this, folks. Listen, if you got any family who's tweaking out about it, just send them the stream link. Why'd it get so quiet? Oh, here he comes. 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 comes, here he comes, here he comes,
Ladies and
King
gentlemen,
Dolan.
please welcome the President of the United States.
Thank you for the $20.
Donald J. Trump.
Thank you for the $20.
And Melania Trump.
Thank you for the $20. Chat, boo this man. Chat, boo this man. Boo. You suck. Fuck you. Suck my dick. Bro, look at his toupee. Oh, but real quick, happy birthday, King Dolan. Don't forget, guys, it's his birthday party. This is a birthday party. They're singing happy birthday. This is such a bad look. This is such a bad look. I bet you he don't even like that. He's probably like, no, no,
Ladies
no,
and
don't do
gentlemen,
that.
To honor America, would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem?
This is our anthem. This is our anthem. This ain't his anthem. You can salute to this. Don't let them take this from us. Don't let them take this from us. Is he gonna salute? There he goes. Don't let him take this from us. This is ours. It's a bop. It's a bop. It's a bop. You know this song's a fucking bop. It was always a bop. Hey, Trump ain't military either, bitch. This is the best part. This is the best part. Damn, there's some powerful drums. Shook the whole camera. Time for the juice. Give me the juice. All right. All right. You think someone would teach him how to salute? Ah, don't forget, he dodged a draft. He's a draft-dodging coward. Don't forget.
Before we even had a country, we had an army.
They started as a small, unorganized group of shop owners and farmers, but they fought the most powerful army in the entire world.
Yo, $45 to $90 million, by the way. $45 to $90 million to throw this
Congress
fucking
chose George
shindig.
Washington as general of our Continental Army.
But it
Waste,
wasn't until
fraud, and abuse.
on July 4th, 1776, that news arrived of the signing of our Declaration of Independence.
The
Now we had a new
pussy.
army and a new nation.
Declaration of Independence.
With little gunpowder, no shoes, bloody feet, few cannons, little training, and even less food.
Valley Forge started in December. They went into winter camp in December of 1777. Approximately 2,000 Americans died that winter of disease.
They lived through hell, but they never ever gave up. Not this army, not this first American army.
Finally, Washington and his army arrived here at Yorktown, where they had General Cornwallis and his powerful British army trapped in this city against the sea.
All of the preparation that Washington has learned through the course of those 6.5 years meets its full force here at Yorktown, and he employs it brilliantly.
Sailing from the Caribbean, the French Navy arrived and took on the British fleet.
Washington decided to make his move. Our men began digging to get closer and closer to the fort.
Yo, by the way,
Finally getting
chat, we
within
can either
rifle
watch
and
Trump
cannon
cam
range.
or we can watch what
And
they're
actually,
watching.
George Washington chose to set off our first cannon shot.
You guys
The
want to
British
watch
had
Trump
two
or
small
what they're
forts in front
showing?
of the main fort. They were called redoubts 9 and 10.
Then, on the moonless night of October 14th, the American and French forces attacked the redoubts. The hand-to-hand combat with bayonets, knives, and fists was bloody, to say the least.
Let's get
But
USA's
within an
also.
hour, we were victorious.
And as the sun came up the next day, Cornwallis looked out and realized he was in serious trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna
so he
swap between
prepared
them.
an
Get USA
all-out,
Today up.
desperate counterattack.
It didn't work, and the British were forced to surrender.
We were supposed to lose to the best army and the largest and most professional navy in the world.
But our young army had won the war and our freedom. The freedom we hold so dear. And trouble. So he prepared an
Where'd it go?
all-out, desperate counterattack.
It didn't work,
Where'd
and
it
the
go?
British were forced to surrender.
We were supposed to
250
lose
years later,
to the best
for what
army
started as a ragtag group of
Oh, there we go.
shoplifters has now become the most powerful army in the world.
Today, many
so dear. And 250 years later, for what started as a ragtag group of shop owners has now become the most powerful army in the world.
Today, many things are very different from that army here at Yorktown, but one thing remains the same. An undying passion, guts, and love for our country remains deep in the heart of today's army. When I look into their faces, you can see it. That will never change. God
Thanks
bless
for the
the
money.
United States Army, and God bless the United States of America.
It's incredibly quiet. Why did it just cut out? What the fuck just happened? What happened here? What about this one?
Things are very different from that.
This one's still going. This one's still going. I think ABC cut out.
Sorry, I'm delayed this.
Was the military just chanting "We love Trump"? Wait, was that the military? What's going on? Why did CBS cut out? Oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
It serves the country. That's what we're all about, and it hasn't changed in 250 years.
Sergeant Major, same question to you. What were your impressions?
Yeah, definitely glad that everyone came together. They know the importance of this. It's an opportunity to show our nation and our country the opportunities that the Army has for us all.
I'll follow up. The idea of the citizen soldier came with the United States Army. Talk about that idea and how it's persisted in the course of the Army's existence.
Yeah, and you know, it resonates in our recruiters that are out there every day who are doing their best to connect, you know, with the population that they deal with every day, and letting them know, like, hey, you can come someplace, you can do something that's bigger than, you know, just yourself. And you got an opportunity to lead, you know, the men and women of our nation.
And so
Dude, I
many
wish
of
these
them
two
take
assholes
different
would
roles.
shut
Some of
the
them
fuck
front
up.
lines, some of them are soldiering, some of them are playing instruments. How do you keep that cohesiveness? What goes into keeping that together?
It's one team. It's one team. We have over 150 different specialties. Today we just talked about some astronauts in the Army, talked to some space capable young soldiers starting a new specialty. So we have all walks of life, a microcosm of society in America that are serving. If you want to be a cook.
Let's see this one.
We're going to sort of listen in at different moments throughout this presentation this evening. So we'll sort of stop down here for a second and let you hear a little bit of what people
Thanks for the money,
on the parade route are hearing as these soldiers work their way past the reviewing stand. Listen for a few minutes here.
The 3rd Infantry Regiment is the oldest active duty unit in the U.S. Army. Established back in 1784, the unit was dubbed the Old Guard by Major General Winfield Scott during a victory parade in Mexico City after the Mexican War. It is the U.S. Army's official ceremonial unit and presidential escort, conducting year-round tactical training to ensure the highest standards and utmost discipline of its soldiers.
$45 million.
The unit routinely represents the U.S. Army.
Oh, by the way, if you were confused, this is the United States of America.
The U.S. Army's own Twilight Tattoo. The Old Guard also maintains 24-hour vigil of the tomb of the unknown soldier, while also conducting funeral services honoring our fallen heroes in Arlington National Cemetery. The regiment's 50 campaign streamer stand is a testament to its long, faithful service to our nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3rd Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard. In 1775, the shot heard round the world at Lexington and Concord sparked a revolution, uniting 13 colonies and forging a continental army from farmers and frontiersmen.
What pisses me off is I love history, so this shit is
gas.
gas.
Trenton and Saratoga survived Valley Forge, and at Yorktown forced a British surrender, securing independence and giving birth to the United States of America.
This is the, you've been hearing some of the announcer talk here. This is the Army's fife and drum corps that we've talked about a little bit here. And obviously they're wearing those Revolution-era uniforms as they do when they perform around the D.C. area and other places as well. This is really the Army's way of paying tribute to those original soldiers. The 1st Regiment that is now one that is recognized as the 3rd Infantry Regiment, the Old Guard. You just heard the announcer talking about here.
Are those dead-ass the Reds?
Soldiers often participate in state visits. So when the White House and the president invites a leader, it's the highest level of diplomatic honor. And there's a big ceremony on the South Lawn. You always get the Fife and Drum Corps as part of that dramatic flourish of American history.
And there are reenactors involved here. That is supposed to be General George Washington, obviously the first president of our nation and the leader of the Army during the Revolution, and followed by
I bet you Trump is smiling ear to ear.
Which I've learned would have been the soldiers on horses who were General Washington's personal security entourage during the Revolutionary War, which lasted from 1775 to 1783.
Thank goodness for the Google, because I had to check that one myself. But it is so exciting to see things that go back and really remind us. And we will be living, as you said in the opening here, about how next year is the 250th anniversary of the nation. So we're sort of now building up to all of that. And this is dramatic. These are paratroopers.
The Army's Golden Knights, the parachute team that is world famous.
Get in there, boys!
In not great weather conditions today here in Washington.
Very
challenging.
Still making this jump to really thrill a crowd. If you've been to an air show,
dropping on Capitol Hill for King Dolan?
Some of these air performances,
I bet the
and
best
to see the
looks in
Golden
there.
Knights parachute team jump in. These are our expert parachute jumpers, and they are soldiers, just to be clear.
They are soldiers. This is their duty.
These are all members of the Army, and this is what they do.
And they're putting on a show there, but that is spectacular. I was with the president earlier this week at Fort Bragg, and there was a demonstration there in anticipation of today's
this is waste,
events.
fraud, and abuse,
600 paratroopers put on their show, if I may use that description. We know it's serious.
that Trump and Elon only found like $100 billion of quote unquote waste, fraud, and abuse. Meanwhile, this fucking parade cost $90 million.
The skill that's involved there's real danger in that. Absolutely. And they do it, making it look effortless.
Bitch jumping out of a plane.
Are not focused on the jumpers anymore here, the skydivers anymore. Or actually, I think you can still see them on the screen a little bit here. Vaughn Hilliard on the ground. Vaughn, look up for me. Talk to me about what you're seeing there.
That was crazy.
I'm looking up and watching them come down quickly here into the ellipse. This is impressive to watch here over the National Mall here in real time. You mentioned that, Kelly, over at Fort Bragg, when 600 paratroopers came down, this has been a moment here for this White House to effectively show off the current active forces
these are my
that are
dollars.
Still very much engaged.
Fuck healthcare.
When we're talking about the
public
U.S. military
school.
here today, you're talking
Fuck
about
Medicaid.
more than 1
Fuck
million
Social Security.
active National
It's
Guard
Trump's
and Reserve Army
birthday!
soldiers that are continuing to serve this country, and tens of thousands of them are in the Middle East. You're also looking at the last time that this military parade took place was in 1991 after the Gulf War to honor and celebrate the troops that were returning here. And in many ways, when you're going up and down here Constitution Avenue, a lot of these decades in the military interventions and in wars in which U.S. men and women had served in are very much intersecting. There's actually a new memorial that is going up, slated to open next year, right next to the Lincoln Memorial, to honor those that served in Desert Storm. And in many ways, I'm looking around the crowd here on the ground, and you're seeing a lot of young people, from teenagers to individuals in their 20s, that have lived through a new generation of war in the Middle East.
And,
more than
World
2
War
million
III is currently going on.
U.S. men and women served
Hey guys,
in the Middle
let's
East,
not
were
forget
deployed.
that all
And
of this is happening, and unironically, World War III started. The American forces are going in. They're already there. We already have American forces fucking there, intercepting fucking rockets.
Those in the stands there cheering them on, and they watching this. It's for folks to kind of have an idea. You have the White House, and then you've got there over kind of where the camera appears to be coming from. That camera is near where the Washington Monument is at, and right where that viewing stage and where the president is at. So the president would actually be looking behind him. That is where everybody is dropping there. There's been quite a perimeter here over the last days in terms of security to make sure that those that were attending this event and this parade were here safely and securely. There are a lot of question marks about whether this is going to take place today or not. Guys, there was a thunderstorm 24 hours ago here in the area, and the weather had the similar forecast, and I know that some of the plans have had to be called off, but Paratroopers was a big moment here, and something for everybody in or in Washington to watch with great pride as the U.S. Army, the Golden Knights, the last of them just came down here and finished their effort here on the unit.
What view they had, those soldiers who practice these
and
do these
shrimp
jumps,
position.
prepared to do it anywhere in the world.
Looking like
and
a
as they were
fucking
floating
pistol
down to be
shrimp
able to
right
see
now,
the White
King
House
Dolan.
and the ellipse, and to know the president is there, probably a great thrill for them and for their families.
For sure. As we continue to watch, I think what you just saw go by on the screen here, some soldiers in period dress on horses. I believe we are beginning the Civil War era of this presentation of this parade.
Watch them pay tribute to
the
the Confederates.
Mid 1800s, say.
Mark my words, they're going to pay tribute to the fucking Confederates. They're going to pay. Oh, God, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Including the World War II Memorial, A Grateful Nation Remembers. He's written about our army.
Our patriotism is
as
back
well.
for what? The Confederacy?
Douglas,
The Confederation?
Here, I want to just get your impressions on the day and on this 250th anniversary of our nation's army.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, it's the opening salvo,
Shut
really,
the
of America
fuck
250. One could maybe just add to that on April 19th was the anniversary of Lexington and Massachusetts.
Shut your mouth.
And both.
I'm just kidding. I don't know who that guy is, and I don't want to be rude, because maybe I'll meet him one day.
In 1914, years of escalating competition between European alliances.
Does the other one have it now?
But we started adopting the American flag, and that's also a day to reckon with. And of course, the fact that it's President Trump's birthday, this confluence
Why
of
is
Flag
NBC
Day,
even doing this,
Army
bro?
250, American
Is it a different one?
with. And
No, it's the same
of
fucking
course,
one.
the fact that it's President Trump's birthday, this confluence of Flag Day to Army 250.
The Lincoln Memorial, it proceeds along the
What are
National
they
Law
all
Washington
doing?
Monument, and until it
1,000 Americans lost their lives, with another 190,000 wounded. The guns fell silent with the armistice of November 11th, 1918.
1918! Did it? Yo, what? This is a shit show. This is a travesty. We look so weak.
We continue on with more
have you
USA
seen
World
China
War I
do
rolling
this shit?
stock. This 1918 Dodge touring car was part of the legendary 1919 Transcontinental Convoy. 3,251 miles and 62 grueling days.
Dude,
across
Fox
the
is
Lincoln
not
Highway.
even showing it. They're just
Remember,
showing
no
Dolan.
pavement, no GPS, and no power steering. Just
Oh,
grit,
there was no
determination,
GPS?
and the drive to push Army mobility into the future. This car literally helped pave the way for the roads we rely on today, and reminds us when the Army moves, the nation follows. The 1918 Dodge touring car.
Did that driver serve in the Confederate Army? Why does he look like this? Oh my God, they're role-playing. I was just on Fox.
Headquartered in New York, this is the 42nd Infantry Division Band. At the start of World War I, the 42nd Infantry Division was formed with troops from 27 National Guard units, stretching across the country like a rainbow. Composed of skilled musicians from all walks of life and professional occupations, they perform a variety of musical genres. Though their mission is primarily a musical one, the members were ordered into active federal service back in 2004 in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 3.
Yeah, dude,
The
exactly.
band has also
Douglas,
served in
do you
support of
realize how
numerous
weak
state
this
active
parade
duty
looks in
missions,
comparison to other military parades? We, unironically, we look weak as shit and messy and unorganized.
New York State
This is
Corrections.
fucking
Commanded by
embarrassing.
Chief Warrant Officer 2, Ethan Wagner, and led by Drum Major Sergeant First Class Drew Gans, the band is performing Over There, written in 1917 by Broadway composer and recipient
Oh my Hell
of
Let
the
Loose players are
Congressional
gonna know
Gold
this
Medal,
one.
George M. Cohan. Representing the World War I era is the 82nd Airborne Division, based out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. You'll notice the unit is wearing replica World War I uniforms signifying the soldiers who served our nation during this time. When the Americans entered the Great War, our soldiers, under the command of General Blackjack Pershing, hit the trenches in the new standard. It was the olive drab winter service
King
uniform.
Dolan!
Now on their heads, you'll see a steel helmet with sand-textured paint built to deflect deadly shrapnel from above. Not bulletproof, but battle tough. Nicknamed the Pershing boot, on their feet was the M918, 1918 French boot. It was designed to survive the brutal grind of trench warfare.
Bro, the fucking
And on their
announcer
backs,
doesn't know what the fuck
field
he's
pack,
saying. They just
rations,
handed him
ammo,
this. No
first
time
aid,
to
and a
rehearse.
gas mask. Everything a doughboy needed to fight and to win. Incidentally, the 42nd Infantry Division was deployed to heavy combat abroad. Aid and a gas mask. Everything a doughboy needed to fight.
Terrible audio you got. That's the worst audio I've ever heard, actually.
That war, and we learned some hard lessons in that war about the importance of unity. You know, when we went over there, Pershing,
Oh, this is
General
good.
Foch,
They've
from
got
the French, he
Dolan
wanted
and
to
the main can.
separate the Army of America and sort of spread them out and fill.
I am going to turn the guy down because he's annoying and I don't want to listen to him. Like, I don't want to hear these fucking people speak. Kind of reminds me of when Disneyland did a parade honoring the vets in the military, but they did it better than whatever this garbage parade is. Yeah, this is dog shit. Look at them march.
We got to modify. We have this thing going on, a transformation in contact right now, and we have to transform. We can't say we're good. We've arrived.
This is supposed to be like 3.5 hours long. We're in it for the fucking long haul, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'm Chris Valenti. I'm an asshole. Hi. Hi, how are you?
brought up, again, the initiative that we have right right now, transformation in contact. You know, when I first came in, it was, you know, kind of, you know, crawl, walk, run. I'll be honest now, with technology and with the service members that we have, and just how, you know, things are intuitive, they are able to see something.
Bro, and they're all just marching by Doland. The whole point is to go by Doland and salute him like he's the fucking Führer. This is exactly what Hitler used to do.
Expected now, weather can determine and make changes to that. And then also the theme of this parade is "This will defend." What does that mean to you?
Is that a child?
On this point right here, right? There is nothing that's getting past this point. I am defending, you know, this. And again, this is our nation. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Lieutenant General?
Yeah, I was going to say the Constitution. This is what we will defend, and that's what we've been doing for 250 years, and we're going to continue to do that. And I think that's important that we do that in all our recruits and everybody that's coming into the military, to make sure this is what we're unified against or for, to make sure we're protecting that right into service to our nation. I think that's important.
By the way, we're being joined by Lieutenant General Brian Eifler and Sergeant Major Christopher Stevens, both of the United States Army.
P-51 Mustangs,
back,
bro.
And brought to you by C-SPAN.
They are fast, they are fierce, and famously used in the Doolittle raid over Tokyo. Leading up front, the mighty B-25 Mitchell. Up next, the Cadillac of the Sky, the P-51 Mustang. From the sky, we're back down on the ground. In World War II, one vehicle led the charge, the legendary quarter-ton 4x4 command recon vehicle, the Jeep. You might have a Jeep in your driveway, but not like this. The U.S. Army truck quarter-ton 4x4 command reconnaissance, better known as the Jeep, was an iconic vehicle of World War II and was the world's first mass-produced four-wheel drive vehicle. The Army used the Jeep for almost every military activity, including command vehicles, scout cars, and medical ambulances. Fast, rugged, the Jeep became a symbol of American ingenuity.
Thanks for the money.
From Fort Bragg, North Carolina, this is the 82nd Airborne Ceremonial Band. The
Are they
82nd
playing
received
Band
the
of
nickname
Brothers
All-Americans
music?
after a contest as it represented the diverse origins of its members from every state. This name remains today symbolized by their iconic AA patch. Fort Bragg's finest, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a big round of applause, the 82nd Airborne Ceremonial Band.
They are. They're playing the fucking Band of Brothers theme song. They're playing the fucking band. Am I gonna get copyright striked? I am. I'm gonna get fucking copyrighted, bro. Why am I gonna get copyrighted, bro? What are we talking about? What the fuck? What? I have to mute this shit. No shot he paid for it. No shot he paid for it. Dun bum 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 Y'all dig? All right, is it over yet? Let's see. Nope. Copyrighted. Chances of a civil war. 100%. We're all gonna die. 200 billion dead by tomorrow. Thank you for the $10 donation. No, I don't think there'll be a civil war. However, I do think there will be a world war, and I think it began already. Because U.S. forces are in Israel, and we're intercepting missiles, and Yemen is already involved. I don't know. Maybe because fuck is going on, dude. What the fuck is going on?
Desert Storm and participated extensively in the war on terrorism in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Screaming Eagles continue to lead the way as tomorrow's division in today's Army.
Look at that thing. Hey.
The iconic Sherman tank is here, ladies and gentlemen. It was the cornerstone of the
Sherman
U.S. Armed
boys.
Forces, showing its military might in World War II. It became one of the most influential tank designs of the 20th century. The M4 tank was nicknamed the Sherman tank after Civil War General William
Yeah, they
Tecumseh
did the
Sherman.
Civil War, but
Actually,
they
it was
didn't.
named by
I
the
didn't get to
British.
see.
With almost
They
50,000
did,
produced during
Confederate
World War II,
soldiers.
the Sherman tank was in active service until 1957. In World War II,
You're looking at those tanks now. We'll talk about them. You just saw the 82nd Airborne Division. Both of our guests have a little experience with that. Sergeant Major, if you want to start.
Yeah, near and dear to the heart. Again, earlier I talked about, personnel who are two-time volunteers. You volunteer to come into the Army, and then that second volunteers, you volunteer to become a paratrooper.
Jesus Christ.
2 tours in the deployed environment with the organization. A place where I, cut my teeth. You talk about leadership and the ability to see what's right.
Somebody
you showed off your shoulder.
Yes,
yes. Let's point to it.
Yes.
Is
the All-Americans.
Okay,
yes.
There you go. Lieutenant General.
Yeah, I was great. I cut my teeth. I started off in the 82nd Airborne in 2504. Major General Pat Works, the current commander, leading that parade through there. It's just a great place to serve, and a lot of love people going back to Fortress Bragg, as we call it.
Today. It's a MAGA.
It's a great place to serve.
This is
we're watching tanks right now. How did tanks change what the Army
today
does?
From
well,
MAGA.
Combined arms
I don't know if you
maneuver,
guys
we
know,
talk about,
but
a lot of
some
times
MAGA
in history.
terrorists. Let me turn it down. Some MAGA terrorist assassinated 2 Democrat lawmakers today in Minnesota. And now there's MAGA fucking rats driving through crowds of protesters. Jesus Christ.
Because of that. Desert Storm is a perfect example of that. So we that's where we really started to get to that level in World War II.
We're seeing some tanks, we're seeing some armored vehicles. What's the armored vehicle role in the operations of the Army?
Yeah, so when you think about, troops on the front line and the ability to have, mounted and dismounted, operation, having that armored vehicle provides a level of protection that we need our troops
look
to
like
have.
in New York City.
We're about to enter the era known as the Korean War. There's some soldiers that we're seeing there, some uniforms that we're seeing during that period. What was that period like for the Army?
Oof, interesting. You think about the environment. Yep. Obviously, yes, World War I, World War II, very, very harsh, very cold conditions over there. But Korea, that place and us coming into that location, it was just interesting the way that we had to fight over there.
And let's watch a little bit of
where are all the fucking protests
of the U.S. Army on its 250th anniversary parade.
Forces to the Korean Peninsula.
MAGA is violent everywhere. You should not be surprised that MAGA is violent in protest. The MAGA movement is an inherent, violent death cult. They are a death cult.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Coinbase.
Of course. Let's see if we could pull up some No Kings protest on Twitter. See if there's anything there. There probably is. Ban gaming, Ethan.
The M151 kept rolling along as the lightweight, high-mobility general-purpose vehicle replacing the famed World War II Jeep back in 1961. Officially named the military utility tactical truck.
Ginormous protests. Holy fuck.
And over the music marching through, the roar of these legendary Army helicopters
We're in the
takes
Vietnam
to the air.
era now.
Flying overhead right now, they help define the Vietnam War. That staccato beat of the rotor blades.
Probably,
was a
my
welcome
cigarette,
sound
just so
of
you guys
many
know, I
troops
think that the
mired
assassination
in
attempt is
combat.
an inside job.
From transport and medevac to close air support and reconnaissance,
not assassination attempt,
they
they
broke
did
the fight
assassinate.
to the front.
It's,
and
just so
pulled
you know,
wounded
the
to
MAGA
safety.
terrorist that assassinated those Democrat lawmakers was like the fucking CEO of a mercenary group called the Praetorian Guard, and he's worked in government. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's insane.
The first turbine-powered helicopter in service with the U.S. military. There was nothing the Huey couldn't do. General support, air assault, cargo transport, medic evacuation, and ground attack missions. The Cayuse, Cobra, and Huey, ladies and gentlemen, 3 iconic Army symbols in the sky. The 1st Cavalry Division Band, based out of Fort Cavazos, Texas, has played a vital role in U.S. military history. Since its origins back in 1855,
Who was
as the band of the
assassinated?
2nd Cavalry,
2
it has
Democrat
supported
lawmakers
operations from the
in
Civil War and
Minnesota.
Desert Storm. Over time, it's evolved into a powerful
And the assassin
force
is still
using
at
music
large.
to strengthen bonds between soldiers and engage with communities. From World War II in Korea to the Vietnam War in Bosnia, the 1st Teen Band has enhanced morale and upheld the division's enduring legacy. Today, the band continues its mission using music to shape perceptions, foster trust, and promote national Army and division interests. Standing ready to serve, it remains an enduring symbol of the 1st Cavalry Division's legacy.
The assassin impersonated a police officer. He had a fucking cop car. He had all the police gear. Showed up at the Democrat lawmakers' homes, shot them. Two different Democrat lawmakers. He shot the husband and the wife, and then went to the next home and shot the husband and the wife. And one of them died. It's fucking insane. And in his car, he had no King's Day protest flyers because he was probably planning to go there next for some sort of mass shooting.
We deployed large numbers of troops in support of the Vietnam War. The first contingent of U.S. Army advisors arrived in Vietnam in the late 1950s.
Same, Rose.
And that
Me and you both, Rose. Me and you fucking both.
100 soldiers, which then expanded to more than 600.
My father fought in the Vietnam War, and his exposure to Agent Orange is the only goddamn reason he got a rare form of blood cancer and died.
And went in, and you've heard of Hal Moore went in there. So that's being led by General Tom Felty right now. But what they did really is we had to get into a different type of warfare. And I think that was just showing how the Army would need to adapt in the middle of war. How do they have to change things?
We lost this war, by the way, guys. We lost this war. I figured you would skip this one, considering we lost this fucking war.
That we do air assault training with all the divisions. So it's definitely something that we tested, put the proof to principle in Vietnam.
Dude, are these cadets?
Sergeant Major, how did the Vietnam War affect the morale?
This is so disorganized. This is so pathetic. This is so embarrassing.
Is
this supposed to be impressive?
We needed to
Is this supposed to fucking scare other nations, bro?
So really appreciate.
I would invade us.
What
the fuck, bro?
More into those of you
no
who
one's marching
and
right.
ensure that what you need to be a better
what
leader.
The fuck?
Going through the non-commissioned officer corps. They started that then.
Look at their
we heard
feet.
We hear a lot about the public perception of the Army during Vietnam. Being members of the Army yourself, how does that affect you? I know it was part of your service, but how did it affect you now?
Yeah. So, it always reminds me anytime I see a veteran to thank one, right? Especially, just to be honest, our Vietnam veterans. Not too long ago, we were over at the Army Museum outside of Fort Belvoir, and there was a group of Vietnam veterans that were there. Took some time out, shook their hands, actually gave them a couple of G1 coins because, again, always want to ensure we thank anyone that has served our great nation.
Lieutenant General?
Yeah, and welcome them home. I always say to Vietnam vets, welcome home, because they didn't get it. They didn't get it. And we can't even fathom that today, because how we treat our troops, which is really with high regard and respect. But I would just say that we've come a long way as a nation to respect the service of our folks. And just remember, out of Vietnam, we did went to an all-volunteer force for the first time. So that was a big change coming out of Vietnam.
That's one era, and now the Army's parade
All
focuses on the
volunteer
Gulf
for
War
now.
era. We take you back to the
Yeah,
parade.
yeah, yeah. Until fucking Israel needs defense and you fucking deploy the draft again, you rat bastards.
From more than 30 countries had assembled in the Saudi Arabian desert. In mid-January 1991, the U.S.-led coalition began Operation Desert Storm, which kicked off with an intensive air campaign designed to knock out key Iraqi infrastructure and weaken Iraqi forces. The ground offensive was launched in early 1991, where military forces overwhelmingly destroyed enemy tanks and vehicles. After only 100 hours of ground combat, coalition troops liberated Kuwait, and the Gulf War ended with Iraq's surrender. From Fort Riley, Kansas, this is the 1st Infantry Division, one of the Army's most storied divisions.
Dude, there's no one there.
Nicknamed the Big Red One because of the distinctive red on their unit patch. As the oldest continuously serving division in the U.S. Army, the unit has participated in every major operation since World War I, living up to its motto, no mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great, duty first. The 1st Infantry Division was originally established as the 1st Expeditionary Division in 1917 and spearheaded the American Expeditionary Forces in France during World War I. In World War II, the Fighting First stormed Omaha Beach on D-Day and liberated Nazi concentration camps. The highly decorated unit has had 37
I love
members
how
of the
there's
Big
more
Red One
fucking
awarded
people
the
protesting
Medal
in
of
D.C. than there is at this fucking stupid birthday party.
President's Park,
Like,
memorializing
dude,
those who
this is
died while
embarrassing
serving
shit.
in the 1st Infantry Division. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Big Red One, the 1st Infantry Division.
Dude, meanwhile, MAGA is watching this going, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa. Bro, there's millions of Americans watching this going, oh my God, look at the tank. The tank is so cool.
It is fast, it is tough, and it is lethal. Named for General Omar Bradley, a leader from West Point's famed class of 1916, the Bradley was built to carry
Thanks for the
troops
British
into
pounds.
combat with
Right,
protection
yeah,
and
cheers,
power.
mate. Yeah, no,
Armed
thanks
with
for the
a
fucking
25
pounds,
millimeter
mate. Yeah,
chain-driven cannon
fucking
and
yeah,
twin
you
tube
bellend.
launched optically tacked wire-guided missiles.
Jack,
it
shut
played
the
a critical
fuck up.
role in clearing the way during the ground assault into Iraq. While the Paladin looks and sounds like a tank, it is technically a self-propelled howitzer and was first introduced back in the 1960s. Over the years, it's been upgraded to perform in versatile battlefields from Vietnam to the
Dude,
Soviet
you know what
Union.
this is really for? I know this looks like shit, but do you see these guys here? Do you see the camera guys there? Did you see them? Trump is gonna make crazy edits out of this with like the professional footage from the camera guy. Like, I promise you, tomorrow and in the upcoming weeks, you're gonna see some crazy military ads with footage from this event. Because it looks like shit now because it's live, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you've ever seen a concert live and then seen clips of that concert after you went, you're like, it didn't fucking look anything like that. Well, it did, but they have incredibly high-end cameras and they have professional editing and they know how to make it even look better. JD Vance posted a picture of Twitter on his view of the parade. It looks so empty when you zoom in. No, he didn't. Let me see. JD Vance. Oh my God, it's like empty as fuck, dude. There's like nobody there. Bro, there's like nobody there. Luigi, do I rush? Come. Luigi. Okay. Fucking go. Genau. Luigi, mach schnell. Kein Bullshit. So, oh my god, even he thinks this is fucking stupid. Even Marco, did he just yawn? $90 million, by the way, for this event. $90 million. Brother just yawned on C-SPAN.
The 1st Armored Division, nicknamed Old Ironsides, is the oldest, most recognizable armored division in the United States Army. As part of the buildup for World War II, cavalry and reconnaissance units were brought together to form the 1st Armored Division
Holy
in 1940.
fuck, dude. We just saw
In the
that
Gulf
live,
War,
fellas.
No division hit
We
harder
just saw
and
that
moved
live.
faster than the 1st Armored.
Yeah,
Old
baby!
Ironsides really led the way.
King
During
Dolan.
Desert Storm, they engaged in some of the largest tank battles in Army history that were decisive victories, shattering enemy formations. Based in Fort Bliss, Texas, America's Tank Division is currently supporting missions in 20 countries across 5 continents. From World War II to today, Old Ironsides remains battle-proven and always ready.
Bro,
Lieutenant General,
I swear to
those
God, I
tanks
think
are
these are
rolling by.
cadets.
You've been inside one of them. What's it like?
Yeah, just it's great to see 1st Armored Division.
Is there
General
any
Chris
active
Taylor
duty
out there?
or any
Evokes some
veterans in the
memories
chat?
of me riding around with
Because
my
these
task
don't look
force,
like active
even in
duty
Iraq, where we
soldiers.
had
They don't act
Bradleys
like
and
active
tanks.
duty soldiers.
And
They don't
I
march
think
like
it's
active
just an
duty. Like,
amazing
who
amount.
the
You know,
fuck
72
are these
tons
people?
of American
They look
sovereignty
like they're
steel.
17. Some
It
of them
goes
look like
a
they're
long way to
50.
be one of the elite tanks on the field, especially with the Bradley fighting vehicle, where you can deliver a squad of infantry anywhere on the battlefield. And so having, as we talked earlier, combined arms, you could get the infantry up, you could get the armor up, you could get the artillery. We saw the self-propelled howitzers on that type of battlefield is very key. And as we go into the future, you'll see later what we're doing about that. How do we do this into the future? We see what's happening overseas with some of those forces. How do we get larger ranges and
none of them are
like
marching
remote
correctly.
capable autonomous vehicles? So I mean, a tank is killing other tanks at 4 kilometers. You know, so it can reach out and touch some things. It's got great optics, all weather, all 24-hour capability. So it's great for our forces to be able to highlight that and show that as they come through.
We go to war
the park
with
streets down
China,
there.
And Sergeant Major, I
and
suppose
we
it's a visual
Bro, if you
example
can
of,
watch
again,
this and think that we would win a war with China, you are coping. You are fucking coping, dude. Oh my God.
You know, the desert. Good friend of mine.
Yo, just so you know, the Army fucked up my dad's funeral. The Army folded my dad's flag inside out and then fucking played the goddamn bugle before the rifles. And what are we doing now? Like, if the Army can do anything, it's fuck up.
Be able to provide that decisive, action
Go
that
Army.
we do.
Did you serve in the Gulf War?
No, sir. I came in 92. Friends who had came in right before me who made their way out there, so did not have that opportunity.
Lieutenant General?
Came in right after it, right as it was closing.
What did it teach us, though, because as far as the scope and size of a warfare, very small in comparison to others, but what did it teach us?
Well, the importance that we fight as a joint.
This is why we haven't won a
force.
war
We have
since
the Air
World
Force.
War
They did a
II.
lot
Oh,
for
that's
that, and the
brutal.
preparation for that. And we fight alongside. So not only were we fighting combined arms with all of the.
My dad died in
the
2018.
logistics that we had, just like we learned in World War II, and the amazing support that they had.
Dude,
to
there's
provide.
no
And we had
one
to be
there.
protected too. But the Air Force, the Navy,
There's
the Marines,
nobody there.
all coming together in a great.
These people are having a
Alexander General
fucking
Force Park to put
picnic.
that team together.
There's
And
room
don't forget,
for a
allies.
picnic.
You got to have your allies, and that's what we've always fought with throughout history, and you got to do that. And I think Desert Storm was a perfect example of how that should be, how it should look like, and how it should be executed.
Because they hadn't seen conflict since Vietnam. In that era, how difficult was it to come up to speed to fight a new war at a different platform like
Well, I think again, when we went through, we had the big 5 coming out of Vietnam, where we had to say, hey, we developed the Apache. the Black Hawk, the Bradley, as you're seeing.
I love how they're talking about like a terrible war, the Vietnam War that we lost, that fucking tens of thousands of our soldiers died in, millions of Vietnamese died in. We had everlasting impact with the fucking firebombing and the Agent Orange and he goes, well, we did make the Apache and the Lockheed Martin, their stock's boosted, and we made a couple new planes. Duh. Brother, I never want to hear the Republican Party ever talk about being anti-war fucking ever again. No, deadass, even an airsofter could march better. I could go paintballing and get a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds and get them to march better than that shit. Live paused? I think it paused for you, brother.
On September 11, 2001, terrorists destroyed the World Trade Center in New York City and struck the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. using commercial airliners.
9/11.
In response, the U.S. launched the global war on terrorism. The U.S. would stop potential threats around the world and take the fight to terrorist groups.
We lost this war, too.
Backed them. The Army immediately deployed forces to Afghanistan to destroy Osama bin Laden's al-Qaeda terrorist organization and depose his sponsors, the ruling Taliban. The 2003
Taliban
President
rules
Bush
Afghanistan now.
The war to Iraq. Soldiers and other armed services overthrew Iraq's dictator Saddam Hussein. The fight to stabilize Iraq and prevent terrorist groups from overthrowing its new government continues to this day. The campaign in Afghanistan lasted until 2021 when U.S. forces withdrew and the Taliban returned to power. Over the course of the two-decade conflict, over 2 million servicemen and women, less than 1% of the American population, deployed in support of the global war on terrorism. Most of those who served were members of the United States Army.
We lost this war. We lost. Copyright. Copyright as fuck. Copyright as fuck, dog. Trump, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? Doubt they ask for permission. You know how Trump operates, bro. Don't ask for permission. Beg for forgiveness. That's how Trump operates. That's how he operates. All right, is this
and then
still going? You guys hear Beans scraping the side of the shit box? He just took a poop. He just took a poop. That's my son. That's my son taking a shit.
another wave of, hey, I want to volunteer.
Will defend. That's a shot across the bow. And
look at the tubby tits over here operating the 50 cal. Yeah, we're safe, boys. Thanks, soldier.
They're still in today because of that sort of call to do.
Fighting styles or managing.
Bro, I'm going to get so fucked by copyright. It's going to be terrible.
That, as you know, both in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they're different fights too, different terrain, different environments.
Bro, at some point I might go take a fucking fat bong rip to deal with this bullshit. Bro, my MAGA supporting friend, my MAGA friend who I've worked my whole, like the past 2 years to try and convert, just said, we look so weak.
Justin, we saw that.
They're still fucking playing Barracuda, bro.
Part of the consideration, what do you think?
Yeah, I think at some point early on in your career, you understand that it's a profession, and with that, you know, what comes with it. So
that music is still going. Oh my God. What's the point of this again? It's Donald Trump's birthday. It's to show the Führer how much we love him. Ich liebe dich, mein Führer. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Around 7:40 this evening, we're expecting that reenlistment ceremony with the president expected to give an oath as part of that. Around 8 o'clock this evening, a little after 8 o'clock, the president expected to make remarks as well. So stay close to C-SPAN. If you're watching there, our app at C-SPAN Now and our website at cspan.org.
Yo, chat.
As
we are in it for the
activities and
long
festivities
haul,
associated
bro.
with the 250th
Do I have food?
Continue this idea.
Do I even have food?
For a person
I gotta
signing
check
up
if I
again?
have food.
Well, that's
bro.
really, sometimes you join for whatever reason. I joined up to be, I just want to serve my country.
I'm leaving you
I
with
wanted
them
to
while I
serve
check to
something
see
bigger
if
than
I have
myself.
food.
Some people
and I
join
also
for
take a
college money.
fat
Some
and
people
milky
join for,
Bingus
you know,
rib.
to get a job for, in some cases, or earn a specialty. But really, when you re-enlist, you're really saying, hey, this is for me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay on the team. I want to continue to serve. I fit in like a glove. Or, hey, I'm going to try this now. I'm going to do this. Because there's many options that you could do in the Army. And that says a lot. And we've broken all our records for re-enlistment. Like, we've already made all our re-enlistment goals for this year, as well as our recruiting goals. So there's a fervor. And, you know, when you're on a winning team, people want to stay on that team. And I think that's what re-enlistment's all about.
Sergeant Major, the idea of re-enlistment for you?
Yeah, well, Mom said I wasn't coming home. So shout out to Miss Mary. No, for me, and it's interesting as I talk to young service members, especially those who have families. Again, you know, we enlist a person sometimes. Sometimes some service members come in with families, but we typically re-enlist, you know, a family or a support group. So again, this idea of what does the commitment mean, what does service mean, it's bigger than just me, the individual. It's my family, it's my community. Knowing that we have one goal.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We hear a lot about diversities these days. What does the military do, particularly the Army does, for a diversified fighting force?
Yeah, so I think General Eifler brought this on, you know, early on. We come from all walks of life with our own thought, with our own skill set that we have, and then we come to this place that says, hey, we have discipline, we have standards, we have values, and this is what it takes in order for us to be the team of teams. So again, come one, come all, you know. There's a drill sergeant waiting for you, right?
Yeah.
Right?
As far as the structure of the Army itself, how does that build that diversity? How does that help, you know, people grow once they enter in?
Well, you start that out, it starts off in basic training, and you learn you have to depend on one another. It doesn't matter where you're from. I will put my hand in his life. I will put my family and my life in his hands without question. And I think when you have that in a structure and an organization, there's nothing you can't do. When you have that type of trust, that type of bond, where you're enduring hardships together, you know, when you have to depend. I gotta depend on Pedro. Pedro got to depend on me. We could be going through this horrible exercise. We could be going through hectic combat, storms, whatever, difficult times, but we're there together and we come through on the other side.
King Dolan, King Dolan, King Dolan, King Dolan, King Dolan, King.
Out there, and I think that's what people miss when they leave the Army, because you just don't find that in other professions.
Did you miss anything, Sal? You missed the most pathetic show of weakness I've ever seen, bro. We look at the march. Do you see cohesion, brother? Like, just look for this is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my life. I've seen military parades, bro. You've seen military parades. We've done better military parades, like the fucking JFK military parade, the one in 1992. I mean, China, fucking North Korea does better. India does better military parades than this.
And not just monetary.
I think the
People
Nelk
wanna go
Boys
to,
could have
let's
a
say,
better
Fort Bragg, or
military
they wanna
parade
go
than this.
to up in Alaska and serve in the Arctic Airborne. They want to go to Colorado, as we saw. And so there's a
Malady,
lot more
there
options, and
are
really we're
huge
doing a
portraits
better
of
job
Trump plastered all over the
communicating
place.
options that,
Malady,
news
you haven't
services
seen this?
You
Are you
on
kidding?
Coverage of the 250th
Trump
anniversary parade and
posters
celebration
over
for the US
DC.
Army.
They
Take it
did.
back
They
to it.
put them up, bro. They put them up. All over the place.
The Stryker Brigade combat team combines the capacity for rapid deployment.
It's fucking
with
insane, dude.
survivability and tactical mobility. Adaptability and continuous transformation to overcome our enemies is vital. Fighting an elusive enemy in distant places and at home requires new tools such as unmanned aerial
Don't
vehicles
forget,
for
chat,
surveillance.
if you weren't here in the beginning, this parade started with the military singing happy birthday to Trump and then chanting, "We love Trump! We love Trump! We love Trump!" What the fuck? Thanks, Judge, and appreciate you. This is so copyrighted, this music. I have it off for you, but I'm listening to it, so I get to dance quietly. It's all copyrighted. It's all copyrighted. It's all of it. Thanks for becoming a loyalist, Hannah. Bro, there's nobody there. There's nobody there. Look at all these cadets. There's 200,000 there? No, there isn't, bro. No, there isn't. They said there would be 200,000 there. There is definitely not 200,000 people there. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? No, there are millions at the protests. There are millions at the protests. Bro, there's got to be no more than 20,000 people at this thing. No more than 20,000 people. Look at them march like a bunch of foobie idiots. Holy fucking shit. Lock in. Lock in. Oh my God, dude. Are these extras? Did you get them off of Backstage.com? Yo, are there any foreigners in the chat? I need foreign opinions only. Say where you're from and tell me one word for how this looks to you. Where you're from and then one word for how this looks. Latvia, shit. Greece, looks pathetic. Ireland, looks horrendous. Russia, this is ass. Canada, they're playing, Thunderstruck right now. Right? Can I play it for a second? This one. Come on. Yeah, I think it is. They're playing Thunderstruck right now. They're playing Thunderstruck right now, bro. Dude, this music is from the fucking 80s. Thank you for the dono. You guys can't hear it. Thunderstruck! Dude, okay, it's all right. Song's over. Song's over. No fucking way! Should I just say fuck it and just play it? Guys, all right, listen, yo, donate hard. Yo, if you guys donate really hard, I'll just fucking play it. Because this whole fucking thing is gonna get copyright striked. I'm not gonna be able to make any ad revenue off this shit. Okay? Do we have a pinky promise? Do we have a pinky promise? Come on, motherfuckers. Fuck it. Bro, the thing is, hold on. If I play this entire protest, I'll get fucking... It just did a Palantir ad! It just... Watch this! What the fuck? What? Cigarette with the $50 dono. Does this make up for it? I don't know. Does anybody... Dude, thank you for the $50 donation, my cigarette. But bro, I'll get copyright striked by like 40 different artists, right? And that'll just be a chop. That'll be goodbye, right? Why was there a Palantir jump scare? Why was there a Palantir jump scare? Oh, Jesus, fuck it. Let me ask Ovi. Let me ask my manager. I'm going to turn it off for a little bit. All right, yo. Oh, yeah.
The pavement. So what we've done is put out, inch-thick steel at those locations where they're turned to prevent any type of damage to the National Park surface roads and all that stuff.
But what's been your impression of the parade so far?
Oh.
Glad to see.
All right, my manager says that live audio is different than recorded audio. Okay? He said that I shouldn't worry. He said that I shouldn't worry, but like maybe try to not play all of it. But because this is live audio, it's like it's detected differently. They can tell that it's being played at the event. And that if they want to copyright someone, they have to copyright fucking Trump. Somebody, yo, real quick. I know a bunch of you are Hassanabi heads. Somebody go check out and see if Hassan is letting the music play on his stream, okay? Second thing, Hassan just said that if Zoran wins, he will move to New York City. Get him here now. Now! No. Oh my God. Now they're playing. Yeah, wait, no, Trump literally is the fortunate son. Trump is fortunate son. This song's Doland. I'll just sing along. Oh, I can't do that. Now the guitar's going crazy. This is so stupid, bro.
Infantry squad vehicle. The ISV provides enhanced tactical mobility of an infantry brigade combat team. This allows commanders greater freedom of movement and action. The ISV provides the warfighter with increased flexibility to ensure infantry units maintain momentum to achieve mission success.
W told the donors, sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I'm trying to fucking figure out if I can play this goddamn music. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Is this public domain? Is this public domain? Fuck it. Nah, they're not saying it. Alright, fuck it. I'm turning it down. I'm not getting a fucking copyright for this shit, dude. I'm not getting a fucking copyright for this shit. 0% chance. 0% chance. You want to blame somebody? Blame King Doland. Blame King fucking Doland.
From Fort Bragg, witness a powerful demonstration of strength, purpose, and the unmatched capability of today's Army.
Oh, shit. We're bringing in modern gear. What are they going to play? Dead Mouse? gotta be fucking kidding me.
A better person.
This isn't copyrighted.
I
This
grew
is
up in a very
military
patriotic household. My grandfather, he served in World War II, and his brother, my uncle, served in Vietnam.
Thanks for the donos.
I can do this. If they can do this, I can do this.
When I was born, my dad was still serving in the military, and him coming home in his uniform, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that.
Clear for takeoff.
My motivation, I think it follows in line. I think with what my family's done is kind of a sense of duty to serve our country and give back since it's given us so much.
I'm a very, let's say, timid person, but definitely helped me become a more confident person.
Working with a group and my peers, it really shows how much working with a team can strengthen you.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go? I derive a lot of purpose from serving others. I think serving something bigger than myself gets me out of bed every day.
Oh, it's C-SPAN, so I'm good. Yo, since it's C-SPAN, we can keep the music on. It's public domain, bitches.
Push myself
Public domain, it's C-SPAN, motherfucker. What are you gonna do, sue me? ACDC?
I joined the military service because I want to deploy. That's my main goal, is deploy, deploy, deploy.
If we get the call, we have to go somewhere, we'll do what needs to be done. That's just the way we operate here.
What? What? What?
This is one of the few jobs in the nation where we all take an oath to say,
What?
I'm willing to put my life on the line for you, and they're willing to put their life on the line for me.
Yo, while we're watching this, I bet you like
This
fucking
is what we train
40
for.
Iranians
This is what I want to do. My team leaders and squad leaders, they know exactly what to do. Check equipment, check weapons, check ammo.
We're always ready to deploy within 18 hours and handle the mission that's us.
Check what's going on in LA. Look at this dichotomy, guys. Look at this dichotomy. They got the horses in the back. I got the horses in the back. They got the horses in the back. Look at this.
Tensions remain high in the Middle East. Iran.
Tensions remain high in the Middle East. Fucking story of my life. Thanks for the $50, Chase. Dude, this nation is so fucked. Yo, somebody check real quick some breaking news. Let me know how Israel and I was about to say Palestine. Let me know how Israel and Iran are doing. Give me back my fucking frames.
Air mobility doctrine. Activated once again in June of 2022, they remain dedicated to defending America's interests throughout the Arctic, in Alaska, and beyond. The 11th Airborne Division, America's Arctic Angels.
Yo, I bet you Dolan's getting hungry. He's like, when are we having
And
cake?
Lieutenant General, you just left that.
You said there would be cake. Where's the cake? And frankly, look at my African American. I want him to get me the cake. Get me cake.
There's nothing like it out there. And if you've gone into any conditions at 30 below, 40 below zero, it's life-changing. And if you don't train in that environment like they do, you're not going to be able to survive. So someone needs to do that for America. That's what they do.
We've entered the parade has entered the modern era, so to speak. What does that mean to the Army to be in the modern era in preparation for the soldier?
Yeah, so going back to technology and what do we need in order to win, this fight and then the next fight. So again, ensuring that we leverage everything that we have from that.
Now listen to me for a second, guys. Hi, how are you? Why am I losing focus? Look at me. Focus on me, you son of a... Do I gotta get close? I can't let you get close. I can't let you get close. Real quick. Hi, how are you? You might be new here. My name is Chris Valenti. Thank you for the $5, Trenton. I'll cover that in a second. My name is Chris Valenti. I'm a douchebag from New York who majored in history and minored in political science. And it is my job to make sure fascism doesn't rise in my nation. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me immensely. Also, this is what real independent media looks like. I have no funding. So if you want to help support me financially, you can become a patron, you can become a member, you can donate directly to the channel like all these fantastic donators have done, and you could buy merch and use that discount code in the description, and there is nothing in the description because I forgot to put it in. But, this channel only goes off donations and the basic ad revenue that I get off the videos, so I really do appreciate every single one of you. We're at almost 70,000 subs, and we're trying to hit 100,000 subs, not only because that's a nice number, but also to build a community, to prove to these fucking right-wing pieces of shit that fascism is not fucking acceptable.
For America. America is worth it.
To what degree is it the little things that helps that along? The way your uniform fits on you, the shine on your shoes, everything else. How do the little things add up to the big things?
Well, it's pride, it's discipline, and a lot of times they're sort of counter because you think of pride if you think of getting heady, but pride in what you're doing, pride in your team, pride in that I'm doing the best that I can.
How much longer till Trump speaks? About 15 minutes?
That's part of what we're trying to instill. You have that pride and discipline.
I'm gonna go shove a
discipline
taco
means,
down my throat.
you're doing some things that are really hard and you don't necessarily want to do, but you do.
gutter,
Just
bitch.
like trying to get stronger, getting it faster on your run, trying to, get a better skill set and studying harder. Like all that demands are put upon you in the Army because we really have to be all that we can be. We can't be halfway, we can't be average, we got to be above average because as Smoke said, we're going to go up against a determined enemy, and what's going to make the difference? It's going to be that discipline, it's going to be that hard training that he talked about, it's going to be your fitness, your mental toughness. All of that will carry the day, and we've seen that for 250 years. It works.
Sergeant Major, we talked a little bit about the recruitment. I know that the Army is currently working on a program to help people prepare. If they want to enlist, they get their grades up or get their physical required. How does that program work? How does it fit into this idea of those who get recruited into or enlist in the Army?
Yeah, so the Future Soldier Preparatory Course, great initiative that was started about 2 years ago to ensure, hey, you might not right now have the grades, the aptitude in order to make it. We'll put you in kind of a transition period. We will educate you. We've had some phenomenal educators that are on our team that
Bro,
you know,
we're gonna
they don't
lose
teach
a
the
war
test.
against China.
They give them reps and sets so they understand the importance of what they need to do in order to you know, have the appropriate
What do I think Trump's
grade.
about to say? Wow. Did you see them jumping out of the plane? Wow. It's okay. No. No. I'm declaring war with Iran.
Basic combat training, they go on to their first unit of assignment, and they are doing as well as service members who do not go through that preparatory course. So we see
How
that
long
it's
till
working.
thermonuclear war?
And a lot
I don't
of
know,
that
like
has to
10,
do, again,
15?
I go back to the educators on the aptitude side, but also with the drill sergeants that are on the physical fitness side.
And I suppose it goes to the idea you were talking about, depending on each other to make that happen.
Yeah, and I think it's great. It's tapping into a resource of people that really want to serve, but maybe you know, cognitively, physically, they can't. And so it's important to note that we're not lowering standards. We're trying to help them and coach them and get them to meet the standards.
3,
and so we've been very successful with
2,
that. And so we're watching
1.
long term. How do they perform? As Sergeant Major said,
Look at the
they're
way you
performing
shit
very
your
well.
pants,
They're not
fucking
reversing
loser.
back. They're not, you know, performing poorly. They're performing
Yo,
as
chat,
equally
try
as
to
their
convince
peers
Matt
did
to
not
do
perform.
Valenti Bros
So
live.
We see a
He's
lot of
scared
that,
of
and,
going
that's
live.
Really helped us out.
Come on, Matt, do
This
Valenti
modern
Bros
era
live.
of the Army, what are we preparing for these days?
Well, we're always watching.
Now, here's the thing, guys. Here's the
our
thing.
Potential adversary.
I can tell you exactly how many people are there, exactly how many tanks are there, exactly how many helicopters are there. Not because I do my journalistic duty and I do research, but because I'm in the signal chat, okay? Because Pete added me. I don't even know how he got my fucking number, okay?
Scale in regards to stealing information and doing some things against that are short of, you know, war.
Matt, do it or you're woke. You can't do that, bro. He'll tweak.
Like that. And again, if we don't have a force, and you know, soldiers don't decide to go to war. Our civilian leaders decide that. We have to be ready and prepared for it. So we do not want to waste a waking minute and put our head on our pillow until we're prepared for those things. And we have to think differently. We have to watch, we have to observe, but we also have to put some of this technology out there that, you know, some people are not willing to change, right? And we have to get past that. And I think we're doing that with a lot of the systems that we're trying to do.
Yo, do you guys think Pete Hegseth's OnlyFans would go hard? Listen, I hate Pete Hegseth. But, and this is a hard but, all right?
in months or weeks and be able to do that faster to adapt.
If that's the requirements, what does it mean for the person enlisting today?
Yeah, so, you know, we can have all the technology in the world, but if we don't invest into our service,
I don't want to kiss
it
Pete
really
Hegseth
comes
on the
down to,
mouth.
you know, those
Stop
interpersonal
saying
skills.
that.
What is going to
Stop
drive
saying
you to
that.
ensure that you want to attack that hill? You know,
Yo, if
what
I
is
ever
going
meet
to
Pete
drive
Hegseth, I'm
you
going,
to
yo, Pete,
ensure
give me a
that,
kiss.
you know, when the bullets are
I bet you
flying,
he'll get
that
stun
your head is
locked.
in the game.
I bet you
and
nobody's
ultimately
ever
you
done that to Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth walks by, fucking camera crew everywhere going, Pete, can we get a question? Pete, what is the situation in Iran? Pete. Hey, yo, Pete, let me get a kiss. Stun locked. What did you just say? What's the matter,
What we've
Mrs.
seen over the
Luigi?
last probably 3 to 4 years is, again, our
Wow,
systems
where
have
is
been
the
a
toy?
little slow. By the time we come out with something new,
You guys
within
want
the
a quick
Army,
Luigi
on the
palette
civilian
cleanser?
side,
I'll give you a quick Luigi palette cleanser. You ready? Yeah. Fuck it up. Yeah. Kill it. Yeah. Absolutely. At a girl, Luigi, at a girl. Oh yeah, murder. Yeah. Good kill, good kill.
It's almost on a weekly, monthly basis. You can't have to just stick
Doing
on
the
one type of
rubby
thing
on it?
and
You're
get it.
rubbing it
You
now?
got to be able to change. You got to be able to adapt. You got to have some.
Oh, you got the other
flexible
one?
funding and all
Oh,
that. So that's what we're working
wow.
with Congress and the Department of Defense to get things faster
Oh, wow.
and more efficiently.
You just heard from Lieutenant General Brian Eifler.
What are you doing? Hi, Mama. Ruff. Ruff. No shot. Listen. Thank you for the $5. Bro, does Trump think this is the fucking 1980s, bro? Like, we're not fighting the Soviets, bro. This shit maybe, bro. Like, if I saw a clip of, bro, somebody put a filter on this and make it, like, seem like it's the fucking, I don't even know, like the fucking 1990s or some shit. Look at these Spec Ops guys. Look at the... All right, this is when I'm going to start nerding out. I'm going to nerd out. Look at that rifle. She's got the zoomies.
The vehicles are the infantry squad vehicle, a new mobility asset that can rapidly move through most terrain types. The trailer is the S-MET, and it's capable of carrying heavy loads under its own power through restrictive terrain. This platoon is equipped with 3 types of small unmanned aerial systems. They are the Ghost X, located on the S-MET, the C-100, and right above us there, the X-10D, which
You
are
brought
flying above the formation.
one drone to your military parade? Dude, China is fucking shitting themselves laughing. Oh, look, there's 2 now. This is pathetic shit, dude. Look at that piece of shit. Look at that piece of shit. Look at that fucking piece of shit. Look at that fucking piece of shit. Oh, they did their makeup. Do you think they did it themselves, or do you think they did it to each other? $45 to $90 million, by the way. $45 to $90 million, by the way. Does Trump want us to look weak? Does he genuinely want... Look at Pete trying to fucking be like, I swear to God, these things are fucking great. You can just pop them up in the air, and then next thing you know, look at that one. Look at that car. It's green. Yeah, no, it really is. It really is green. Wow, look at it, Melania. Never mind. She fucking hates me. No, but as I was saying, sir, we can, if we're strong enough, we could perhaps get 2 green trucks. Look at that little drone. It's so tiny. And I'm gonna convince him to flank around the enemy, right? And then we're gonna flank the right side. And as long as we have the drones, we're fine. See, because everybody knows if you toss them up in the air one by one, right, and then you flank around them, then you got aerial support, you know? Wow, look at that drone. Wow.
Designed as a troop transport tank killer and to match speed with an Abrams tank, the Bradley is a fierce fighting machine. The Bradley accompanies American troops often with the M1A1 Abrams tank, nicknamed the Beast, and Whispering Death because of its firepower, accuracy while moving, and its stealth. Together, they offer mobility and firepower, a fearsome combination.
This is so fucking pathetic, bro. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. We look so weak. And there's no one there, dude. There's no one there. Yeah, meanwhile, China's got like fucking drone swarm light shows that look like dragons. This is not the flex he thought it was. He thought this was going to be a flex, dude. I thought this was going to be a flex. Bro, I thought they were going to be goose-stepping down Pennsylvania Ave. Like, to go Sig Heil the Fuhrer, you know? Doesn't seem like it. I'll check them out, Malent. Yeah, Billy, it looks like we're spending that money elsewhere. A little bit of waste, fraud, and abuse in there, huh, Billy? Anything I missed? Dude, the worst and most pathetic military parade in modern history from any nation. This is so wildly pathetic, bro. Dude, even he's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. I thought you guys would have more. I mean, this is pathetic. I mean, you're a fucking piece of shit, dude. I see pictures of you all over Twitter, and your face looks like a baby, and I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. Yeah, what's good, Billy? Yeah, we spent... Yo, wait a minute. Didn't we spend $40 quadrillion to throw this birthday party for King Doland? Wait a second. I thought Elon Musk went and destroyed Medicare and killed my mom so that he could get $40 quadrillion for this parade, right? Waste, fraud, and abuse. Waste, fraud, and abuse. What are we doing? At least $40 quintillion, right? What are we looking at now? Luigi, you cut the shit.
Apache.
Here come the Apaches. Bro, it's really bad weather for flying.
The Apache entered service in the mid-1980s.
Really bad weather. I bet you Trump forced them to do it. They were like, sir, the weather's really bad for flying. It was like, it's my birthday.
Guided Hellfire missiles along with 30mm cannon fire. The aircraft you see here is configured with a sophisticated targeting radar system and can operate in poor visibility and in the black of night. With more than 1,200...
Yeah, dude, the Palantir ad jump scared us at one point. It was fucking wild. We got a jump scare from Palantir.
Of which have been in combat.
It was just like this. It was just like you're watching and it goes, Palantir. It was fucking crazy.
Attack helicopter fleet and a growing number of international defense forces.
Go get them, boys. Go get those libs. Go get those libs. Me and the boys on our way to invade USC. me and the boys on our way to go liberate Harvard University from the fucking communists. Thanks to our sponsor, Lockheed Martin, it just said. Thanks to our sponsor, Lockheed Martin.
Now, let's roll on to the future of Army readiness. The Army Research Laboratory robot dogs reflect the latest in Army innovation. Look at this. Much like a true
Oh my God, they're piloting it. Never mind, not scary. Never mind, that fat dude is piloting it. These things are just like toys.
Soldiers and enhanced teamwork.
Never mind.
Replacing soldiers, robot dogs can explore terrain that
not scary
for soldiers to traverse.
Not scary.
Explosive ordnance.
No, Matt, there's a guy behind it with a remote control. That's not cool as fuck. That's not cool at all. If you need a remote to control it, that's not cool. That's not cool at all, bro. That shit was in Black Ops 2. That shit was in Black Ops fucking 2. If it can operate on its own, that's cool, but that's not fucking cool. I bet that thing's got a fucking 13-minute battery life. I bet you it can only go like fucking 200 meters away from its fucking remote controller. That thing's dog shit. That thing's dog water. Look at him, 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 look at him. Look at him.
Innovation that can adapt seamlessly for various missions from recon to bomb recognition. These dogs reduce risk and support soldiers completely in high-stakes missions. They have a standard walk speed of 2 miles per hour and are working towards 6.7 miles per hour sprint.
6.7 miles per hour sprint. Yeah, dude, these things know how to march at least. What is its use? Fucking cool. That's it. Jack, I'll throw you in the brig. You serious? You think the U.S. Army is going to show its best tech? Ha! Our enemies would love that. Okay.
Some flying machines, some four-legged machines. It's all part of the future aspect of the Army. What's important to know about the future of fighting war, especially warfare within the Army?
Well, you know, we can be 100% wrong at guessing what the future warfare is, and we can get it 100% wrong. What we can't do is get it 100% wrong. We have to get some of it right. And so if we're not testing...
Oh, yo, wait, hold on. Real quick. If we wouldn't show off our strength to our enemies... What the fuck is this supposed to be? Wait a minute. Are you saying we do look weak as shit? Are you saying, oh, Chris, you're right. We do look weak as shit. But King Doland thought ahead. That's the point. It's actually a 5D chess move. And we want our enemies to look weak. Because we're trying to provoke an attack. That way we can really cream them. Brother, get Dolan's boot out of your fucking mouth.
Youth out there, you know, young adults.
It's the fart of the
might
steel.
Not be in college right now, but they have this skill set because they
Chat, boo this bitch.
On their own.
Boo this little
see,
bitch.
You know, 5-year-olds who start off early, right, doing this, and then there's, you know, there's a society of America that are in technological schools.
90 million tax dollars, by the way, dumb fuck.
Again,
90 million tax dollars for a parade that you just admitted is fucking weak.
Just, you know, limited.
Boo!
We are looking at all avenues to try to get people to serve.
I was just going to ask you, what does recruitment look like these days? Is it a table set up at a high school gym? How much has it changed since?
Yeah, so back in the 1900s, we like to say that. No, sir. So again, the days of just thinking the recruiters come to the high schools, the days of thinking the recruiting station at the mall, right? No, not at all. So, you know, everything that we're doing with our enterprise marketing office, everything that we're doing to ensure that we're on.
Yeah, no, guys, like, all jokes aside, what did I just do? All jokes aside, guys, this is pathetic. I'll just let it roll. This is so pathetic. Take your political opinions out of this. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. If you can look at this parade and think that it gives off strength and that it strikes fear in our enemies, bro, you are coping. Look at them march, dude. This is the most embarrassing shit I have ever seen from an authoritarian dictator in modern history, bro. Every other authoritarian dictator, Stalin, Hitler, Mao. Look at King Doland. Oh my fucking God, it's so embarrassing. Dude, I'm telling you right now, the era of American global hegemony is over. We had 1 century of global dominance as an empire, because we are an empire. And by 2028, maybe 2030, if it takes them a little bit longer, I firmly believe China will be the world's superpower. They will have a better economy. They will have a better fucking military. They will have better standard of living. I genuinely believe this nation is fucked. At this rate, if we don't remove this man from office and, like, literally ban Republicans, I don't mean literally, but, like, we need to destroy the right wing. The right wing ideology needs to be buried. It is destroying our fucking nation. Destroying it. In less than a year. In less than 1 fucking year.
Founded in 1842, the Citadel is the third oldest of the senior military colleges and is known for its corps of cadets living and studying under a classical military system that makes leadership and character development essential. While
Let's see if these guys actually know how to march.
Graduation, more than 120 students earn their commission each year through the Army Senior ROTC Palmetto Battalion, playing a vital role in shaping the future.
Are these cadets about to graduate? Is Trump going to graduate them?
One of the nation's senior military colleges, Texas A&M University, is home to both Army ROTC and the renowned Corps of Cadets. The Corps of Cadets' central purposes has remained building individuals that exemplify respect, excellence, leadership, loyalty, integrity, and selfless service. Students at the university who participate in the Army ROTC earn their commission as officers ready to serve on active duty in the National Guard or Army Reserve. Each year, the Army Senior ROTC Warrior Training Battalion at Texas A&M proudly commissions more than 90 second lieutenants and is honored to shape the future leaders of the U.S. Army.
Why are these cadets the only ones in sync? Because they can get in trouble. That's why. Because these motherfuckers can get in trouble from their fucking platoon leader, their CO. Come on, cadets, give us something.
In a powerful display of commitment, these future soldiers will raise their right hand and take an oath of enlistment, pledging to serve our nation.
Oh, these are the
this
new
joint
ones.
Formation is proudly led by the Joint Task Force.
You're all fucking going to Iran.
District of Washington.
Dude, Trump's about to swear them in and go, congratulations, you're the first wave. Get ready for the Battle of Tehran. No, you know what I am, bro? I'm Asmongold if Asmongold wasn't a fucking loser, disgusting piece of shit that wipes his bloody gums on the wall and uses a dead rat as a fucking alarm clock. And also if he wasn't intellectually demonetized. I mean, fuck, dude. I hate that fucking grimy gremlin slimoid.
I'm representing the United States Army, and ultimately, I'm representing the United States of America.
I really came to West Point because belief in the American dream and giving back to our country.
Enrique, brother, you're getting fucking deported.
Much bigger than yourself.
What are you doing?
Of excellence and a legacy that's connected not only to the academy.
Estorino, they're all getting deported.
Want to make themselves better, and
she's fine.
Excellence is their baseline, and that to me is what it means to be a West Point cadet.
From the earliest days of our nation, this supreme tradition of American military service has been passed down from soldier to soldier and generation to generation, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
My brother preceded me here,
And originally,
this would be a perfect time for a military coup d'etat.
But when I saw the mission that they were
for legal reasons, that's a
upholding the
joke.
principles of American democracy and protecting the Constitution, I knew it was somewhere I had to be.
Every time that we lived outside of the United States, I always developed this sense of gratitude and pride of being an American. And I wanted to give back to my country what it gave to me.
And it wasn't until I zipped up the blouse and I put the belt on for the first time that I realized that I was going to be serving my country, and it felt right. West Point was the place that I needed to be, and more importantly, the Army was where I wanted to be.
I just looked to the left and right over basic training and realized that we all had the same American patch on our shoulders, that we're all fighting for the same thing. I mean, there was no better feeling in the world knowing that every single person around
fighting
you
for
is
King
committed to be willing
Doland,
to die
brother.
for that mission.
You came for excellence, you came for duty, you came to serve your country.
You came
and
for
you
me.
To show yourselves that you are among the smartest, toughest, strongest, most lethal warriors ever to walk on this planet.
What excites me the most about my future in the Army is the opportunity that I'm going to have to give back to the American soldiers that I'm going to be leading.
Because ultimately, they don't get to choose. And to me, it's that burden of responsibility to be the best leader.
And as a young officer, that's going to be exactly what
DEI, get her out.
I was the cadet basic training first detail for the first 3 weeks. And I got to see the new cadets come in.
Big
from their
ears, get them out.
families' Homes and being in process on their very first day. And watching them grow so quickly.
I would do all the formations, and I looked out at these 1,000 new cadets, people who just
Oh,
come
no,
out of high school.
Doland is gonna
They were completely
fucking
different.
queef.
I don't
He's
think
at the
there's
podium,
another
it's gonna be
institution in the
bigly.
country like West Point, where the student body is so committed to furthering the mission
I'm
of
telling you,
America
he's gonna graduate
and
these
ensuring
cadets,
our
bro. The West
democracy
Point
and
cadets,
freedom
he's
for
gonna
generations
graduate
to
them.
come.
I'm really surrounded by the best of the best, and that's when I realized this is the place.
Sorry,
that I
what the
absolutely want
fuck
to be.
did you just say,
West Point
Freya?
itself is an amazing institution.
What?
But it only provides opportunities. The people here have to choose to take those opportunities and grow and lead and serve. And the people here want to do that. And I'm proud to be a part of that. And I would tell any high schooler who is considering it, you won't regret it.
Brother hasn't seen combat yet, and he's saying you won't regret it. Brother, I'd like you to speak to my father's corpse and ask him if he regrets it. King Doland.
Left. Pace. Mr. President, First Sergeant Norton reporting for duty, sir.
All right.
Ready to commence the ceremony as directed.
You guys think he declares war on Iran? I do. $50 donation. Thank you very much.
name.
Marine Corps. Declares war with
Do
Iran.
solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, congratulations. Welcome to the United States
Did he
Army,
not
and
say
have
the
a great
Constitution?
life. Thank you very much. Have a great life.
Did he change that?
Thank you.
To the President of the United States. Hold on. Wait. The oath of enlistment. He said Constitution as well? Okay, thank God. All right, you're right. Thank God. Okay, Jesus Christ. I was about to fucking tweak.
Ranger School is the best life insurance policy for our Army. It will always
That was weird, right? That light?
with two people facing off with each other, and we need young leaders
Check
to be
BTC
able to
on
close
TikTok.
with and destroy
What's
the enemy
BTC?
and defend our nation's interests forward.
Surrender is not a Ranger word.
I wonder what
It's not an
TikTok shows
option.
me off the rip.
I
Is
know
it going to
that
be
I'm not
fucked
gonna
up?
be able to get to do this again. This
Probably.
is my chance.
I have a real-life horror story to share.
Shut the fuck up.
It all
I have a
starts
real-life
at the
horror story
legendary
to share.
Ranger School,
So,
the crucible
buckle up.
where these elite warriors are forged. It has been described as the
Who's
longest
BTC,
approved
bro?
check in the Army. Over 62 days,
Who's
students will
BTC?
patrol hundreds of miles over mountains and through swamps under the crushing weight of their equipment. All the while, they are deprived of both food and sleep,
Brian
forced
Tyler
to
Cohen.
perform at the very edge of their physical limits. But it's not just the physical challenges that make Ranger School so intense. The mental strain will break these soldiers down to their core.
If I have a come to God
Yeah, it's
moment,
empty
I
as
have to
fuck.
take my PC off my patrol cap, and on the inside of that, my commander gave me
Holy
a
shit, it's
Ranger
empty.
tab, the yellow and black one that you get during graduation, and I pinned it to the inside
Look at
of
the
my
crowd
PC.
protest. Holy
Ranger
shit.
School is not.
Let me mute this for a second. Look at the crowd protesting him. Look at the crowd protesting. And then look at the fucking parade. Oh my god. Let's see LA real quick. Let's see what LA is like.
That authorities were told that they could get a more aggressive and even use lethal force at one point, which I was
What?
very shocked. I told her that was
Lethal
very
force?
unlikely, that's very unlawful, and I could not imagine that that was something that was said. But that was a concerning thing, that anyone in the crowd maybe even had that thought in their mind prior to any of the escalation. And so at that point, she actually was telling me and other people around us basically to leave because of that fear. And
Wait, they've been given authorization to use lethal force? What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. SUV drove into a crowd.
Guard troops with their words. That is the most aggressive action I've seen by a protester. The dramatic images you see behind me right now are not the result.
Oh, it's
as far
blacked
as I've
out.
seen,
That's
as one
bullshit.
person standing out here,
'Cause it's
are not the
NBC.
result of the actions of the protesters.
Fucking assholes. Everything is goddamn monetized. Unless somebody can give me a source that they're opening fire on protesters. If you can't give me a source on that, then you can't be saying that type of shit, bro. Associated Press? I don't see nothing, brother. No, there's nothing about lethal force. Nothing at all. Trump hot mic about North Korea? What is that on Twitter?
Could have. Are we close to seeing Mr. Kim here at the White House?
Could happen. I mean,
they talked about that yesterday.
I would have him. Yeah, I think it's something that could happen. Yeah. Hey, he's the head of a country, and I mean, he's the strong head. Don't let anyone think anything different.
Right.
He speaks, and his people sit up at attention. I want my people to do the same.
Well, are we close to?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you'd be surprised by that. He's an authoritarian dictator.
It's a small fraction of the mighty sovereignty of America in the form of the Army go across the streets of D.C., and I appreciate that we were able to share
Check
it
Israel.
with you, Pedro.
Sergeant Major.
Yes, just makes me think about, again, out of those 250 years, you know, the 32 years that I've had the opportunity to serve, the relationships, you know, that I've forged along the way, what people have invested in me along the way. I would not.
Sky over Tehran was engulfed in smoke and flame on Sunday as city's main gas depot was struck during Israel's latest waves of attack. 10 minutes ago, Israel's military says it has struck the Iranian Defense Ministry and another site related to nuclear development. 2 major energy facilities. Oh my God. My buddy Eddie is watching RRR right now, and he just texted me, bro, this movie is unhinged. Unhinged. Best movie, best Bollywood movie of all time, easily.
Everybody involved, like Smoke said, like a lot of people developed me, and I think they invested in me, and I think you find that in this profession of arms that we're in.
Lieutenant General Brian Eifler serves as the U.S. Army Personnel Deputy Chief of Staff. Sergeant Major Christopher Stevens is the U.S. Army Personnel Senior Enlisted Advisor, both gentlemen with us as part of the 250th anniversary parade coverage on C-SPAN. Gentlemen, thanks for your time.
Thank you. We'll see you in 50 years.
Bro, I can't wait until tomorrow when I get to cover this, because I'm going to cover this whole thing tomorrow. I don't usually make videos on Sundays, but I think I will, and I'll go live tomorrow. I'm gonna pull up the funniest footage of the tanks squeaking while there's no one in the fucking stands. of like the foobiest marching you've ever seen. This is going to be pathetic. Imagine being graduated by Trump. Bro, my fucking father died during the Trump first administration, so like his death certificate was signed by Trump. It's miserable. It's miserable, dude. It's so fucked. How is this guy still fucking singing? This guy's been singing for like 10 whole fucking minutes, right? What are they singing about? Fucking America, dude, and freedom and Donald Trump and birthdays and fucking pussy, dude. They're singing about pussy. Hey, brother, we get to perform in front of the President of the United States. Look at the lightning in the background. Look at that fucking stupid fucking lightning like he's Zeus. All right, you done?
It has been my honor, ladies and gentlemen. I really mean that. Thank you so much. Happy birthday to the Army. Happy birthday to our President, Donald Trump. Amen, y'all. God bless America, baby!
There's no one there! Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. That is so fucking embarrassing.
This week we honor 250 years of valor and glory and triumph by the greatest fighting force ever
He's
to
speaking
walk
too
the
quick for it
face
to be
of the
live.
earth,
It's
the
edited.
United States Army. Each of you on the field today is among the most talented members of your generation. You could have done anything you wanted. You could have gone anywhere. You could have gone to any school. Matt's incredible heroism helped ensure that not a single American soldier died in the Battle of Shock Valley. For 2.5 centuries, our soldiers have marched into the raging fires of battle and obliterated America's enemies. The dignity, daring, and
He
devotion
can't say all of this in
the
one go.
American
He's
military
incapable.
Is unrivaled anywhere in history and any place in the world. Our soldiers do not rest until they win. Our citizens know that you're standing guard, killing terrorists, crushing our enemies, and keeping America safe. But you're also keeping it strong and proud and mighty and free.
They're throwing flashbangs in LA? Dude,
This
they've been
week
throwing
we remember
flashbangs in
that
LA the
we
whole fucking time.
Only have a country because we first had an army. As President of the United States, let me express my undying gratitude for every soldier here today, for every veteran and their incredible families, and for every patriot who has worn the uniform. Our debt to you is infinite and everlasting. With the grace of God, America will always prevail.
No, JD Vance, none of those pictures you saw on Twitter were actually edited, bro. That's dead ass what James Donald Bowman looks like.
Well, let me say to the thousands of Americans who traveled from distant towns and across state lines to be here today, this is your national capital. Welcome to Washington, D.C. We are thrilled to have you. This evening, as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, the oldest branch of the greatest fighting force ever known to man, I want to say to all the soldiers all across our nation's capital and all across the world, happy birthday, soldiers. We're proud of you.
Shut the fuck up. You fucking loser.
And I want to say you represent an unbroken line of greatness, of excellence. And one of the things the President of the United States has told his entire administration, from the Vice President on down, is that we must remember that the young men and women who put on the uniform and serve this nation are our most precious
Wait a
resource.
minute.
We must honor them.
That's the guy that killed the Pope.
For them, and that's exactly what the Trump administration aims to do every single day. And so to our soldiers, we're so proud of you, and let me tell you that the way that we honor and respect you is, number one, we never ask you to go to war unless you absolutely have to, and number two, when we do ask you to go to war, we give you the weapons and the support needed to kick the hell out of the enemy and come back home safely.
Excuse me, Iraq and Afghanistan would like to disagree with you. And also, why are you saying we gotta go to war?
Now, I know I am the last thing standing between, and that is a dangerous place to be with a lot of soldiers in the audience. So let me just say a couple of quick additional thoughts. First of all, June the 14th is, of course, the birthday of the Army. It is, of course, the birthday of the President of the United States, and happy birthday, Mr. President. But I would get in trouble if I didn't mention that it's also my wedding anniversary. And so to my lovely wife, I love you, honey, happy anniversary, and thank you for everything that you do for our country. So
wait till
without
MAGA
further
finds
ado,
out she's Indian.
It is my pleasure to introduce the 45th and 47th Commander-in-Chief of the United States Military, President Donald J. Trump.
Bum 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 ba-na-na-num, bum 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 ba-na-na-na-num, bum 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 ba-na, bum ba-na. Bum 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 ba-na, bum ba-na. Bum 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 ba-na. Bum 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 ba-na-na. Bum 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 ba-na-na, bum. Thank
you very much, everybody. And thank you to Vice President Vance. And thank you to our wonderful First Lady. And above all, thank you to the greatest, fiercest, and bravest fighting force ever to stride the face of this earth.
Which you weren't part of, draft dodging coward.
Army. Thank you very much.
You weren't part of it because you're a draft dodging coward, even though you went to military high school, you fat orange fucking loser. Fuck you, suck my dick, fuck you.
Because the Army keeps us free, you make us strong, and tonight you have made all Americans very proud. They're watching from all over the world, actually. Made them all very proud. Every other country celebrates their victories. It's about time America did too. That's what we're doing tonight.
Name one victory since World War II, you fat orange loser. Name one victory since World War II, you fat orange loser.
Magnificent display. Our souls are filled with gratitude for every generation of warriors who have worn the uniform all the way back to the very beginning. So to every veteran across our land and right here in our nation's capital, including 6 recipients of the Congressional Medal of Honor.
We good
we
now?
We love you, we honor you, and we salute your noble service to our flag and to our country. As we celebrate tonight, We also think of the hundreds of thousands of Army soldiers who have made the supreme sacrifice for our nation and selflessly laid down their lives in every war, from the Revolution to the War on Terror. To the Gold Star families with us today, the courage of your heroes is the bedrock on which our entire nation stands. We thank you. Yes, we thank you. Today we commemorate an event that did not just change American history, but changed the history of the entire world, with the creation of America's Army on June 14th, 1775.
Long time ago.
Liberty got its shield and the freedom got its sword. Those first Army patriots in the American Revolution.
You guys think he goes off script?
Fearsome enemy and impossible odds.
I don't think he will this time.
They were armed with a righteous cause. They were led by an indomitable commander, a truly great man, General George Washington, and they were united by an eternal creed. Their motto was victory or death. Over the past 2.5 centuries, our warriors have shown unrivaled valor on fields of battle around the globe.
Don't forget to drop love to the stream, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Send me money.
They have marched into the flames and fury of combat, charged up mountains, stormed beaches, waded through torrents of gunfire, and leapt into skies thick with smoke.
And we're going to war in Iran.
The U.S. Army has driven bayonets into the heart of sinister empires, crushed the ambitions of evil tyrants. Beneath the threads of American tanks, it's done so well, it's done so much, and sent the devil himself flying into full retreat. Time and again, America's enemies have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you. Your defeat will be certain. Your demise will be final.
He's got no aura.
And your downfall will be total and complete.
He's got no aura. Luigi's about to bark. There's a baby in the hallway. Fuck, she hates kids.
Because our soldiers never give up, never surrender, and never, ever quit. They fight, 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 and they win, win, win.
Wow, that one did really good. Wow, they really like that one.
And that's why no institution in history has entered more names into the roster of American heroes than the U.S. Army, the Congressional Medal of Honor, more than anyone or anything. There was Mad Anthony Wayne, asked by George Washington to lead a daring midnight raid up the cliffs of Stony Point with unloaded muskets and only their bayonets to fight the redcoats. Mad Anthony replied, "Issue the order, sir, and I will storm into hell for you."
Is the mic good now?
Was the Civil War general.
The mic is good,
John
right? My mom is
Force,
texting me. She says my mic is fucked up.
In combat.
Yeah, my
He
mom
fired
watches
off
my
a
fucking
message to his
stream.
commander.
Pieces of shit.
I
My mom
am
loves
short
me.
a cheekbone
Hi,
and
Mom.
one ear,
Hi,
but
Mom.
I am able to whip the hell out of all of them. He stayed on the front lines, it seemed forever. In World War II, there was the great Creighton Abrams, besieged on all sides by the Nazis at the Battle of the Bulge.
Too bad those Nazis
He
lost, huh?
proclaimed, "They've got us surrounded again, the poor bastards." This is the fighting spirit, the poor bastards. This is the fighting spirit and unyielding force of the U.S. Army. It has never changed, and it will never, ever change, because there is no earthly force more powerful than the brave heart of a U.S. infantryman or an Army Ranger, paratrooper, or Green Beret. They are the best. They are the finest. From Bunker Hill to San Juan Hill, from Gettysburg to Guadalcanal, from Yorktown to Shiloh, and from the trenches of the Argonne to the mountains of Afghanistan, the Army has forged a legacy of unmatched courage, untold sacrifice, and unequaled and undying glory. Our soldiers have poured out their blood by the bucketful on Missionary Ridge and Heartbreak Ridge, on the sands of Sicily, Normandy and the Philippines, and on the dusty streets of Da Nang, Baghdad, and Fallujah. Thanks to their extraordinary service and devotion, 250 years later, America
250,
stands
that's it,
tall,
folks.
America stands proud.
We're calling it here.
and
That's a
America
wrap.
stands free. We're the hottest country in the world right now.
He loves saying
And our
that.
country will soon be greater and stronger than ever before. Down through history, we've been blessed beyond words by this valiant legion of Army warriors and patriots, heroes and legends. And tonight we affirm with unwavering certainty that in the years ahead and in every generation hence, whenever duty calls and whatever danger comes, the American soldier will be there.
Yeah, the
No
American
matter the
soldier
risk,
will be in Iran.
No matter the obstacles, our warriors will charge into battle. They will plunge into the crucible of fire, and they will seize the crown of victory, because the United States of America will always have the grace of Almighty God and the iron will of the United States Army. Congratulations to everybody. We love our country. We've never done better. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the Army, and God bless America. And now I'd like to ask our great First Lady to join me at the podium. Thank you very much, everybody.
I've seen her tits. Nice tits on her. Isn't it crazy that I've seen the First Lady's tits? We're just gonna move past that, right?
Mr. President, on behalf of the United States Army, the Army Golden Knights, I would like to present
for the
to
membership,
you this
Cretlow.
flag, which was flown over our nation's capital in free fall during the Army's 250th birthday celebration.
Lockheed Martin jump scare. Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause our flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
Oh
and
my
I'd
God.
gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Why does this feel like a
Happy
funeral?
birthday, Mr. President.
Bro, this feels like a funeral for America.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea. Detroit to Houston, and New York to LA. There's pride in
Ain't going to LA today.
American heart, and it's time we stand and say, sing it with me. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm
Look at Pete.
and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me.
Such a theater kid.
I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. But there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Light up your cell phones. And I'm proud to be an American.
Oh my
Where at
God.
least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, back in the icebox, Unc.
United States Army. Thank you.
Back into the crypto chamber. Iran struck an apartment in Israel. Yeah, dude, Iran's been striking Israel fucking all day. No shit, one of those buildings was a fucking apartment. Is that it? Is it over? I bet you they're all saying the same thing in the crowd. They're like, that fucking sucked. They're like, that was dog shit. They don't even understand that it's over. What is this? They're singing happy birthday. Someone is. Did they not come up with an exit plan? Is there no exit plan? Is it the jets? Oh my god, we're not even gonna be able to see the jets because of the fucking the clouds. Are there jets? This is so awkward. What the fuck is happening? I'll check LA in a sec. Hold on. I think they're improvising. I think they're fucking improvising because the flyover couldn't happen because it got too stormy. I genuinely think there was supposed to be a jet flyover, maybe some fireworks, and it's the weather is too bad.
We're continuing our coverage of the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. We are set in just a short while to conclude the activities of the evening with fireworks. Once that's done, you can continue watching, though, on our main network, C-SPAN, what you're watching right now, cspan.org.
Oh my God, Pete just got up to go check because Trump just said, Pete, go find out where the fireworks are. I want the fireworks and I want them now. It's my birthday and I demand the fireworks.
Mr. President,
We may not be able to get the fireworks. We already sent the soldiers to Iran, Lizard. The U.S. is officially in the Middle East. Our forces are fighting against Iran right now. We're intercepting their missiles out of the air. We don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. I don't even think they know what's going on. Yeah, Iran said they're going to attack the United States.
Thank you. Thank you, U.S. Army. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Army, for 2 years.
Thank you so much for serving alongside my grandfather and my great-grandfather, for your service, for your country, for your family. And I just want to say thank you from a generation that may not have known your name, but I get to live in the freedom because of it.
I want to thank all the U.S. service members, men and women, and especially the Army for their 250th birthday. Thank you very much.
My grandpa served in the Army in World War II as part of the 82nd Airborne. Thank you, Army, for everything that you do.
My
This
brother
is
Ron
straight out of The Boys.
and my son Alec both served in the U.S. Army. We thank you for your courage, your sacrifices, and the burdens that you may now carry.
Thank you so much for doing what you do, putting your lives on the line for other men like me to live the life I live.
I wonder how much they paid these
to the
people
U.S.
to do
Army,
this.
congratulating them on 250 years. I want to give a big shout out to my Uncle Zadian, who served in the Army, and thank you for all you do.
I'm very thankful for the dedication and the hard work of the men and women of the U.S. Army.
Hi, American soldiers. Thank you for all you do. Love you.
Our freedom is not free, and we know that we are free.
Freedom ain't
because
free,
of
brother.
you and
Freedom
your
ain't
efforts.
free. Can we get some freedom ain't frees?
active duty and veterans for protecting our rights and freedoms comes at an immeasurable cost.
Wishing you the best. Happy birthday. Go on.
Happy birthday, Army. Thank you to everybody who's serving today and has served in the past.
Love you guys and girls. Thank you so much for everything you do.
A big thank you to the men and women that serve our country and everything you guys do for us.
Thank you, Army, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Army.
Happy birthday, Army.
Happy 250th.
They just cut it off on the black dude. That's fucking crazy. Is this the authoritarian one? Oh, it's authoritarian time. You know, the Chinese would have fucking drones doing a goddamn Xi Jinping portrait in the sky. This better not be it. You better have more than this, bro. This could have been an email. Great message. Great. I love that. Nice, nobody. Nice. Chad, did he say American troops are in Iran? Yes. Yes. U.S. forces are in Iran. Yes. Or sorry, fighting Iran.
When I raised my right hand, I swore an oath to every generation before me. I wear the same branch insignia as the soldiers who crossed the Delaware.
What the fuck
Before
is
there
this?
was a nation, there was an army.
I can't wait for every coworker in America to start blasting this in their car. $90 million, by the way.
Ready for a new generation of leadership that puts working people first. My brothers and sisters, you are the beating heart of this campaign. You have climbed 6th-floor walk-ups and braved the pouring rain to canvass our city. You have shared our message with the very New Yorkers you've lived alongside for years, but never had the chance to meet. And
We love Zoran. We love Zoran.
Area that you made note of, Gio. Earlier when we spoke to Zach, it was a lot of protesters, and now you can see LAPD's mounted unit is out there. They have that show of force of officers, and they're quickly pushing this crowd back.
Yeah. And speaking of, we want to highlight that contrast once again. We get back out to our Joy Benedict. Joy, earlier you were talking to a couple protesters who were there, and they were saying that they started this. They were blaming law enforcement, that they got no warning. I mean, where are you right now? It looks like you're in the van, but who have you been talking to, and what are you seeing?
Yeah, we are in the van because if you look in front of us, you were just talking.
I want to bring in NBC's Jacob Soboroff, who's in Los Angeles for us. He is at a protest there. It has been a...
People are out here with Mexican flags, California Highway Patrol, Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles Police Department, and behind them, the National Guard and the Marines on the federal building.
Oh, what? Oh, shit. This is in Tehran. However the fuck you pronounce it. Tehran? Tehran? Chrissy didn't declare martial law? Thank God. Well, that was a fucking disastrous parade, right? Oh, God. What movie was I telling my Uncle Dave to watch? Oh. The Northman. Yeah, I majored in history and I minored in political science. Oh, shit. Can we petition the army to power up the DUI meter? Jesus Christ. Dude, this is crazy shit, bro. This country is falling. This country is falling. All right. Luigi, it's just a sneeze. Jesus. Fucking Christ. Just thought we were being invaded. All right. I think I'm going to call it here for the stream, folks. That was a crazy dog shit parade. That was a horrendous parade. I'm going to end it here. I'll make a video tomorrow. I'll probably go live tomorrow. But that was horrendous. I hope we all agree, right? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you're new here, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for all of the donations, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the new subs. I love you all. We're all going to get through this. You're all going to get through this. And yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a recap. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love.